Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my October Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos TBR game. On my channel, I play a game called Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos to help me choose what books I'm going to read each month. I love the chaotic element, and it's certainly helping me read down my physical TBR, which we all know desperately needs to happen. I surpassed 300 at one point this year, which is way too much. So we have a lot of things to chat about. Firstly, being, did I complete my September TBR? I will link that up in the cards. The game was incredibly mean to me, and to be honest, I didn't try that hard. I had a fantastic reading month in September. We'll chat about that more in my wrap-up. I read 14 books, I think, and I found my favorite book of the year so far in September, but not many of them were on the official TBR, but let's rapid fire through these. A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver. I did read this. I had to roll over these 3 books from August as a challenge, and I didn't read any of these. The Heart of Betrayal, I did not read. The challenge for that was to read Empress of Fae by Briar Bolin on my Kindle, and I'm over 50% of the way through that book. Book Lovers by Emily Henry, I did not read. How to Walk Away by Catherine Center, I did not read. The Awakening, I did not reread. Avatar The Search Part 2, I did read. The challenge that went along with that was each of my kids pick a book. I am currently reading Nimona. I did read Heartstopper Volume 2, and I did not read Sea of Ruin. You see what I mean? The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel, I did read. And God's Grave by J. Kristoff, I am also currently reading. So I'm currently reading 3 of the books on this TBR. I successfully finished 3 of the books on this TBR, but there are so many that I did not get to. So before we even start our Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos for my October TBR, we need to pull a punishment. Alright, so we have determined that September did not go to plan, but I feel really good about my reading in October. I am in such a reading mood. I just completed my Goodreads challenge goal, which feels amazing, and I am just ready to read all of the books. I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to go roll the dice with a dash of chaos, and I'll meet you right back here with all of my picks. Alright, I cannot wait a moment longer before I find out what sort of madness is going to be my October TBR. I'm doing things slightly differently because, as I'm sure is not a surprise to any of you, I did not complete my September TBR, so we will be pulling a challenge right off. These are the books I have set aside, and we also have quite a lot of library books out that I do want to prioritize because I have quite a lot of thriller type books over there. So, to begin, we need to pull a challenge before we even start. Okay, that does not apply. Ooh, I need to unhaul a book. Well, that's rude. Alright, so we have our challenge bin in spot number 1. Let's place the easy prompts next in spot 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right in here. Next, the hard prompts are going in spot number 2. And my Kindle in spot number 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. All right, here is what we are looking like. Let's do roll number 1. 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clockwork Prince. Roll number 2. We're going to do a re-roll. I don't like when it falls in this crack because it could have been a 2 or a 3. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is my Kindle. I'm going to leave my Kindle here, but we will choose a Kindle read. Roll number 3. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. Roll number 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Powerful. Roll number 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love and Other Words. Roll number 6. Ooh, 6. Doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Turn of the Key. And for our challenge prompt, two books for the same prompt. So we have our hard bin here and our easy bin here. I'm going to roll 1 dice. If it's an odd number, so 1, 3, or 5, I will choose a hard prompt. If it's an even number, I will choose an easy prompt. 4. Oh, this is perfect. So I'm going to choose 2 spooky books. So this is a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to choose The Dare because this does happen on Halloween and I'm literally terrified to read this. And here in our library stack, I'm going to go with Cackle because I really want to get to this before Halloween. Roll number 7. Oh boy, doubles again. 2 is a hard prompt. A fanfic. That is hard. All the fan fiction I have on my list are absolutely massive. And a challenge. Add 2 rolls. We are up to 10 rolls. Roll number 8 would have been our final roll. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kindle. Roll number 9. 8. Doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Bridge Kingdom. Challenge. This is definitely not a challenge prompt. That is supposed to be in the easy bin. Wormhole, which is a random series. So let's go do that now. All right, so here is my series tracker. I have from 3 to 68 in my random number generator. 56, which is a series I cannot continue just yet. Reroll. 55. Blackwood Institute series. So this is a buddy read with Sam, so I guess I'm forcing us to continue this. Roll number 10, our final roll. Are you serious? Doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll be continuing the Red Queen series finally. And our challenge. Lowest rated. I hate this one. Okay, I have my entire physical TBR. The Way of Kings is my highest rated. The One and Only by Emily Giffin is my lowest rated. All right, we are back. It didn't go as great as I was hoping, but I still feel pretty good about my TBR. A reminder, the goal for me is to complete 50% of my rolls, but also the challenges. And then I don't get a challenge before starting the next one. Let's run through it. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, if I'm being completely honest. My challenge or punishment for not completing my September TBR is to unhaul a book. I will chat about this more in my September reading wrap-up. The Glass Hotel was on my TBR in September. I did read it. I did not enjoy this. This will not be returning to my shelf. I will be unhauling this. Roll number 1, Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book in the Infernal Devices series. I read Clockwork Angel, is that the first one, a few months ago, and really enjoyed this more historical setting within the Shadowhunter world, and this is going to be a very quick read. I'm happy to be continuing on with some series, and I think this will be no trouble to read in the month of October. Roll number 2, I got my Kindle. For my Kindle pick, I am choosing The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. This is a very dark romance, and you will be seeing this in an upcoming reading vlog. I believe this is a college age romance, and I've heard it is super dark. Dark romances don't always work for me. I have a few on the list because it is October. We're going to be testing the waters a little bit more and see if it's a subgenre I actually like. More thoughts on that in the reading vlog. Roll number 3, Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent. This is set in the Crowns of Nyaxia world. I finally read and absolutely loved The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and now I'm ready to just completely dive into this world. I also have 6 Scorched Roses, which hopefully I will read first. But I am going to read this before I go into Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I just feel like doing that. This is a standalone, and I'm really excited to explore this series of standalones set in all these different authors' worlds. There's like Slaying the blank. I've been curious about it for a while, so I am excited about this one. Roll number 4. So far so good. I was feeling so confident with my picks. This is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. This is the novella that follows the same timeline as Powerless, which I read not that long ago and absolutely loved it. This is Adina's story, and I know that this is going to hurt me, but it is very short. I did buddy read Powerless with Steph, so maybe she wants to buddy read this with me. I will ask her, but I will definitely be reading this in October when I feel like getting my feelings hurt. Roll number 5, Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is a very cozy fall romance, I believe. I think that the setting, we have like the cozy cabin, the books, the coffee, the trees. I have heard that this is a good fall romance read, so I am excited about this. I believe this is a second chance romance, but honestly I'm not too sure of the tropes. Roll number 6, we were nearing the end. I usually do 8 rolls, and this is where things started to take a turn. Roll number 6, The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This is one of her most popular thrillers and the one that intrigues me the most. I do have quite a few of her books on my TBR now. I've read a couple and they were not my favorite, but I am really excited about this thriller. I think it has something to do with like this smart home. I could totally be wrong. I try and go into things pretty blind. Rowan Kane stumbles across an ad for a live-in nanny position, and one of the children end up dead. That was doubles, so I had to choose 2 spooky books as my challenge, and these are kind of a stretch. First, I'm putting on The Dare by Harley LaRue. This takes place on Halloween, and I've heard that this is a very kinky, dark romance, something about sex slave. I don't really know. Jessica Martin is not a nice girl. As prom queen and captain of the cheer squad, she ruled her school mercilessly. Blah, 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 blah. A lot has changed since high school. And they played a game of drink or dare. He never should have been able to humiliate her in front of everyone. Is it only a game, only revenge, only a dare, or is it something more? I'm kind of terrified. The second spooky book I chose is Cackle by Rachel Harrison. I know that this is a horror, which I am the biggest baby ever. I do enjoy thrillers from time to time, but horror kind of terrifies me. But I feel like Rachel Harrison is on the less scary end. I could totally be wrong. I could be scared half to death by this book, but a darkly funny, frightening novel about a young woman meeting a witch who might be too good to be true. Witchy vibes, scary vibes. I put this in for spooky. This is going to be the month where I really want to read this. It says it's good to be wicked. I think this will be really fun to read right around Halloween. These might be ones I read towards the end of the month. Roll number 7, I got fan fiction. This was also doubles. I had to add 2 rolls, so we're up to 10 rolls. I'm going to be completely honest, you guys. The fan fictions I am most interested in are super long. I am putting in this spot Remain Nameless. This is their Hermione fan fiction. I've already read Manacled and really enjoyed that. I already have Remain Nameless downloaded on my Kindle, but I haven't gotten to it because it's another like 1,000 page fanfic. I know right off the bat I'm not going to get to this month. So, like I said, I only need to complete 50% of my rolls. Roll number 7 I'm not going to do. I just know that I'm not going to be able to fit in an extra 1,000 pages. But it is on my TBR, just like in general. It's already downloaded on my Kindle. If a miracle happens and I get to it, amazing. I kind of forgot I had fan fiction as one of my hard prompts in my bins. So I think I need to do a little bit more research and come up with some shorter options, because a lot of the big name ones I haven't gotten to yet are also very long. So if you have any fan fiction recommendations for me, leave them down below. I'm only really familiar with Harry Potter fan fiction because a lot of the other popular fan fictions I've heard of are like Reylo fan fiction, which I'm not a Star Wars girly. It's gonna be really embarrassing if that's not even Star Wars. That's how. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling about this. I'm probably not gonna read it, but we're putting it on the list just because the roll said so. Roll number 8, I got my Kindle again, and for this I'm putting A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stasia Stark. Emmy Rossum has been raving about this series. It was on my radar before that, but she just keeps talking about it, and I want to read it so bad. I don't know what this is about. Really, it is a fantasy romance, and I believe when a child is born, they have to give up their magic, and then when they become of age, they get part of it back. Something like that. I could totally be wrong. You will also be seeing that in a reading vlog coming soon. Roll number 9, these are into our additional rolls. I rolled The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. This is an arranged marriage fantasy romance that is very hyped, very popular, and it is on the shorter side. So I'm excited to finally get to this. This was doubles. The challenge for this roll was The Wormhole, which is a completely random series I'm currently in the middle of. And the series that got picked was Blackwood Institute by J. Rose. This is another dark romance. This is a buddy read with book bestie Sam. And we are following characters, it's a reverse harem, who have major psychological issues. They are in the psychiatric institute, which is kind of merged with a college setting. So they're able to complete their studies, study what interests them. They're all adults, but with therapy, with meds, with a lot of triggers, etc. going on. Very hard-hitting stuff. I gave book 1 3 stars. It was enjoyable, but very dark. Very dark. And I don't fully buy into the romance part of it, which is where dark romance is kind of iffy for me. I can enjoy them in a entertainment, like thrillery way, like a thriller or a horror with spice. Is how I feel like a lot of dark romance are. Oftentimes I find it hard to buy into the romance part of it. Not just spice, but like truly feeling like these characters love each other and belong together. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stop rambling. Roll number 10, final roll. King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard, finally continuing on with the Red Queen series. I believe this is book 3, and I really enjoy this YA fantasy series. We have a different caste system by the color of your blood. The reds are peasants and the silver bloods are the royalty or courtiers, higher society, and we have a lot of interesting different magical powers in this series. I'm excited to see where this one goes, but that was doubles again. And our final challenge for October is to read the lowest rated book, which this has been a challenge previously and I didn't get to it. This is The One and Only by Emily Giffin. This is just a women's fiction about a mom kind of finding herself after her kids are grown. And I think this is going to be a bit hard-hitting for me, so we'll see. I have put in a hold for the audiobook through my library. Sorry I was kind of rushing towards the end there. I'm running out of time. But we had 10 rolls and a ton of challenges, so I'm a little bit nervous about this month as well. And we have kind of a mixed bag, though I did try and get some dark romantasy or like cozy fall vibes on here. Some thrillers are on here as well. I feel like we have a good mix. I also forgot to mention I will be participating in Becca's Spookopoly-thon. I have printed my board here. There will be a reading vlog for this, kind of filmed throughout the month. And I will be doing 5 rolls, and then if I get doubles, we will add on to that. And I will try my best to choose books that came, oh boy, from my monthly TBR as much as I possibly can, because I really love the mix of books we have here this month and I want to try and complete this. I'm actually not that worried about my challenges this month, and I feel like I can totally read 5 of my rolls. So I'm gonna try really hard to stay on track this month. Sorry for rushing through this. My alarm is going to go off in literally 1.5 minutes to get the kids from school. Let me know what you're excited to read in the month of October and any fanfic recommendations you have down below. If you enjoyed this chaotic TBR video, give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!